Hello and welcome to Business 360. I'm Shireen Pan. The headlines that we're tracking for you this evening. Records continue to tumble on the Lal Street. The Sensex gains nearly 1,000 points. The Nifty up over 250. Both indices gained for the 7th straight week for the first time in 3 years. The rupee gains ground against the dollar, hitting the highest level in 3 months. India's trade deficit narrows to just over $20 billion, thanks to a 4% drop in imports. SBI hikes the minimum lending rate by up to 10 basis points for selected tenures. The move is expected to raise EMIs on loans. Chairman Dinesh Khara says he doesn't see any more rate hikes ahead. The US presses Israel to start winding down the war in Gaza. President Biden says Israel should focus on saving civilian lives in Gaza. Nearly 19,000 Palestinians have died in over 2 months, as per the Hamas-run health ministry. European Union leaders agree to open membership talks with Ukraine but failed to secure a $55 billion financial package for the war-torn country due to Hungary's opposition. Hungarian Prime Minister Orbán, who maintains close ties with Russia, argues that Ukraine should not get such large amounts of money from the EU budget as it's not part of the bloc. Hero Motor to buy an additional 3% stake in Ather Energy for 140 crores. The transaction is expected to be completed by January next year. The deal values Ather at 4,662 crores. This is a markdown of 24% from the 2022 valuation. Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha adjourned as opposition parties protest the suspension of 14 MPs and seek Home Minister Amit Shah's statement on the security breach. The Delhi police have arrested a 5th accused over the security breach. First-time MLA Bhajan Lal Sharma takes oath as Rajasthan's new Chief Minister. Diya Kumari and Premchand Bair were sworn in as his deputies. Prime Minister Modi, Home Minister Amit Shah and senior BJP leaders attend the swearing-in ceremony. The oil spill near the coast of Chennai after cyclone Mig-John worsens. Tamil Nadu Pollution Control Board issues a notice to Chennai Petroleum to provide reasons for the leak and steps to mitigate the damage. Well, it is the end of the trading week, and let's start with the market action for the day and then for the week as well. The record-breaking rally continues on the Lal Street. The Sensex today up nearly 1,000 points, crossing the 71,000 mark, 71,483 to be precise, 21,456 on the Nifty, up to 74 points. The Nifty Bank adding 400 points today. And look at the Nifty IT, that was up 1,500 points today. So clearly a bounce back, very evident there as far as the IT stocks were concerned. For the week, both the Nifty and the Sensex have gained over 2%, and this is the longest winning streak that we've seen in the last 3 years. Prashant is standing by with the market action. Strong momentum in favor of the bulls, Prashant. That's how we've closed the week.
What a spectacular way to end what has been a tremendous, 2 weeks in the market. We ended with the same amount of gusto, vigor that we started that Monday after the state election results, which is the last Monday with. So 2 weeks, the Nifty has added 6%. I mean, we're not talking about returns, this stock or that stock. We're talking about the benchmark Nifty index, which has gone up 6%. And of course, other indices have done even more. Bank Nifty is up 7.5% or so. Actually, in the last 1 hour today, if anything, gains became stronger. The Nifty added another 150 points on top of what it was already trading with. There's no letting up. On your screen, mid caps and small caps, took a little bit of a backseat as compared to large caps. Market breadth was positive, but nothing spectacular. Tech says the index, IT services is the index, which has seen a step-up move after that Fed pivot. Right? People have been waiting for that for a long time, and guess what? The Nifty IT index has added 10 or 11% in the 2 days since the Fed did that pivot. TCS, Infosys, HCL Tech, Tech Mahindra, LTI, Mindtree, Wipro are some of the stocks which did the best. There was only one space which was under pressure. It was insurance. HDFC Life and SBI Life were lower. These are large cap Nifty insurance stocks. Nestle was the other one which was slightly under pressure. In the broader universe, so many gainers, right? Nalco, JM Financial, Titagarh Wagons, Amber Enterprises, Kiri Industries, Ather, Mastec, and I'm only listing out stuff with the most volumes. Moripun Laboratories, IIFL Securities, Honasa, which had been sort of moving lower, went up 5%. Genus Power, Zuari Industries, and so many more. There were some pullbacks as well. KFIN, there was a block. That's a capital market intermediary. IREDA was limit down 10%. It's more than tripled since coming to the market. Max Financial, again, another insurance stock in the broader market. Prestige Estates, JSW Energy. Delivery was slightly lower, and there was Motilal Oswal Financial Services, which ended slightly in the red as well. I think, the last 2 weeks, in a way, are the best sort of examples when they say that time in the market is more important than trying to time the market. I think this exemplifies it than no other 2 weeks that we've had, at least in recent memory. Back to you.
And thanks very much, Prashant. Well, it certainly is proving to be a good time for the markets. The rupee, meanwhile, gained ground against the dollar, hitting a 3-month high. This after the dollar index fell as the US Fed signaled 3 interest rate cuts in 2024. Meanwhile, bond prices hardened as the RBI kicked off its 7-day variable rate repo auction today. The central bank will infuse up to 1 lakh crore rupees into the banking sector. Now, India's trade deficit has narrowed by 6.7% to $20.58 billion in November, and this was largely due to a drop in imports, which fell by 4.3% to $54.4 billion. Exports were also down nearly 3%. China's industrial output increased by 6.6% for the month of November, growing at the fastest pace in nearly 2 years. However, it's largely attributable to a low base as China's zero-COVID policy had impacted the economy last year. Retail sales grew by 10%, registering the strongest growth since May. However, the numbers have missed analyst expectations, so that's the picture emerging out of China. Back home, loans are set to get more expensive. SBI has hiked the marginal cost of fund-based lending rate on select tenures. The MCLR on a 1-year tenure has been hiked by 10 basis points. The change affects various other tenures as well, except for the overnight tenure, which remains unchanged. Speaking to CNBC-TV18, SBI Chief Dinesh Khara says he does not see any more rate hikes in the near term.
There are various cost components where, so that is something which was there. This is one of the contributing reasons for this 5 to 10 basis point increase. So I don't think there's much of room left out now. But yes, whatever was there, we have already captured this in this 5 to 10 basis point increase. I would say around the same, around the peak level only, as of now. So it's a very nominal increase in 5 to 10 basis point. I don't think it will have any impact as far as the loan growth is concerned.
That is SBI Chief Dinesh Khara. CNBC-TV18 Newsbreak confirmed Bain Capital's association with Axis Bank has come to an end. Bain's nominee Ashish Kotecha stepped down from the bank's board. As per the agreement, Bain needed to have a holding of 2% or more for a board seat. Bain Capital's holding in Axis Bank has slipped to below 2% after a recent stake sale, so Kotecha stepping down in line with that. Hero Motors announced additional funding in Ather Energy. The company plans to pump in 140 crore rupees in the e-scooter maker, which will take Hero Motors' existing stake of 37% to nearly 40%. The stake purchase is expected to be completed by the end of January. Now, as per reports, the deal will value Ather Energy at 4,662 crore rupees, which is a 24% lower valuation than its worth in 2022. So there is a markdown there. Now, staying with Hero Motor, the company has appointed 2 senior executives to its leadership team. Vivek Anand will be the new Chief Financial Officer. He starts from March next year, while Rachna Kumar will be the Chief Human Resources Officer. She starts from January. Prior to the appointment, Vivek Anand was the CFO at DLF and Rachna Kumar held the position of CHRO at Whirlpool Asia. The announcement comes months after CFO Niranjan Gupta took over as the CEO of Hero Motor. Ola CEO Bhavish Aggarwal has entered the artificial intelligence space. He's launched what he claims to be India's first full-stack AI solution called Krutrim AI. Krutrim is the Sanskrit word for artificial. The ChatGPT-like model is built on local Indian knowledge, languages and data. Speaking with my colleague Ritu Singh, Bhavish Aggarwal said the AI model was built in 7 to 8 months and has financial backing from friends and family. Take a look.
Bhavish, thanks very much for speaking to CNBC. Just tell us when you started work on Krutrim, because this has come up quite quickly, and how large is the team? Who's funding the company?
Ritu, thank you so much for coming over. And Krutrim was born earlier this year, so it feels like a overnight thing. But we've been hard at work for more than about 8-9 months. And our ambition and our mission here is to really build AI for India. And AI is going to be such an important force for the economy in the future. Our Prime Minister has a vision to build a Viksit Bharat and an AI-first economy, which he articulated earlier this week. So we are really looking forward to building AI models which truly belong in India, are trained on Indian data sets, are more relevant for Indian cultural values, and also build the computing stack below the models, the silicon, the infrastructure, to really be able to deploy AI for every Indian.
So how large is the team going to be? How large is it currently? And you said you're going to be hiring aggressively.
Yeah.
What are those numbers?
So we have a couple of hundred people already in this company. We have a world-class team. We have a team based here in Bangalore and in the Bay Area. So we have 2 offices in Kritrim. And we are hiring aggressively. We're hiring, if you are an AI person, please write to me, Bhavish at olacabs.com or Bhavish at olakritrim.com. Please write to me.
Well, just give us a sense of what kind of investment you're making in the company, because, you have your Ola business, you have the EV business, and now you have artificial intelligence.
See, Ola is, in the Indian context, a joint family, with multiple businesses all under the same roof in the sense. So we have the ride-hailing business, which is doing really well. We have our electric business, and we have Kritrim now. And with Kritrim, we have funded it myself and through some friends and family. And we are looking to really invest whatever it takes to build Indian AI. So,
but, you must have some number in mind. How much have you already pumped in the last 6 to 8 months that you've been working on it? How much more in the near future?
Well, we won't be sharing the number today, but in due course, we will tell you more about the investments. And we are willing to invest whatever it takes to build Indian AI.
Some of the critics may say, and if I may play the devil's advocate, are you spreading yourself too thin? You have the Ola business, which is yet to post profits. You have the electric vehicle business, which is just starting to, go up on its feet. And now you launch a new company.
Well, thankfully, the finances that you mentioned are not really in the public domain. So I know the real finances of either companies.
Sure.
I can't share them with you right now on public camera. But we at Ola believe that this is India's next 2 decades, and we are the youth of India. It's our destiny and it's our journey to really build India into a Viksit Bharat, like the Prime Minister has said. And our efforts are not going to be limited into one domain. We are going to do whatever we can to really marry technology, business, and entrepreneurship to really build future paradigms for India. And that's what, in some ways, we are a karma yogi company. इसी कर्म में यही हमारा धर्म है और इसी कर्म में हम लगे हुए हैं.
Final question. A lot of big Indian conglomerates like Reliance and Tata are partnering with the likes of NVIDIA to build supercomputers. When you say you're going to build the first Indian supercomputer, are you going to beat them to market? I understand your idea, of course, is this is wholly India-made.
See, we, like I mentioned in the event also, we are also partnering with the whole ecosystem, including other semiconductor companies. But in addition to that, we are also building our own chip design, because eventually for India to build AI is not, the model is actually just the soul. The body is still the chip and the infrastructure. So for India to be really globally competitive in it, we have to build both the mind, body and soul. All have to be built. And तभी हमारे हिंदी में कहते हैं ना योग में mind का भी बहुत हिस्सा है और body का भी बहुत हिस्सा है. So AI models will be built and the silicon and infrastructure also will be built.
Are your investors as excited as you? I just wanted to understand, you said friends and family are investing in Kritrim. Any of your existing investors backing you in this venture?
Most of my investors are my family only.
Okay. Do elaborate.
No, I think that's all I have to say on this topic.
All right, Mr. Aggarwal, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Well, that's Bhavish Aggarwal, also expected to release their DRHP for their electric mobility business, and that is expected early next week. So let's see what happens on that front. But today, launching their AI venture Kritrim. Now, 1.27 crore passengers chose to fly within India in November this year. That's a jump of 9% from November 2022. As per data released by the aviation regulator DGCA, Indigo continues to have the largest slice of the pie at 61%, even as its market share slipped for the second month in a row. SpiceJet's market share rose marginally from October to a little over 6% in November. India's newest airline, Akasa Air, recorded the best on-time performance. So that's the latest as far as the aviation data is concerned. The National Company Law Appellate Tribunal has agreed to hear a plea challenging the merger between Zee and Sony. The next hearing will be on the 8th of January. Axis Finance and IDBI Bank had earlier challenged the merger in the NCLAT. Swedish fashion brand H&M reported a 4% drop in sales in Q4. This is the largest decline in the company has witnessed since the third quarter of 2022. However, net sales for financial year 2023 increased by 6%. H&M's rival brand Zara's parent company Inditex reported a 15% rise in sales for the first 9 months of 2023. We will head into a break, but up next, the oil spill near the coast of Chennai after cyclone Migjon worsens. A ground report when we return. Ennore city in Tamil Nadu is reeling from the aftermath of cyclone Migjon, with floodwater reportedly entering a nearby oil refinery, which has led to an oil spill. This spill has caused damage to the areas that surround the eco-sensitive creek, affecting livelihood of thousands of local fishermen. Further, the region has also seen a similar oil spill in 2017 due to a collision of oil tankers, which severely impacted marine life. Jude Saleh joins us now. Jude, take us through the measures that are being taken now to try and clean this up. How bad are things?
Well, the latest from the ground is that the Tamil Nadu government has partnered with IIT Madras and the Chennai port to actually go about a mammoth oil spill cleanup. Remember, it's a first of its kind for the city, given the fact that the 2017 oil spill was a marine one, whereas this has taken place at the Kosasthalya River in my background. But let me give you an update on just how challenging and why this is assumed proportions that this government hasn't quite expected before. Simply on account of scooping this soil, what you will see here is a whole lot of oil that's deep down inside and that's seeped in through the soil itself. As you can see, this black sand is indicative of the fact that a lot of seepage has taken place from the oil spill itself. And that is in fact part and parcel of a three-pronged plan that the Tamil Nadu government has set aside in terms of actually going about cleaning up the oil spill. The first of which is immediate, which is remedial, and the second one, intermediary, being the fact that it is treating seepage of oil spill, even as the long-term plan involves cleaning up or remedifying phytoplankton and a number of biodiversity impact that has taken place along the Kosasthalya River itself. Now remember, this comes even as the government has put off oil booms and oil skimmers to actually go about doing the first part of the cleanup plan, which is cleaning up the oil spill on the Kosasthalya River. And it also comes even as the state has actioned about 200 boats, even as 150 more boats and personnel are expected in the next couple of days. Remember, all of this is taking place even as the government is contending with another measure, another issue, and that's the loss of livelihood to a number of fishermen in the area, which also opens up another debate, and that is the legality of the oil refineries and the thermal power plants like the one in my background that exist in the area along the banks of what is being seen as an ecologically sensitive water body. The allegations at the moment point to the Chennai Petroleum Corporation Limited, or CPCL, that has been issued orders by the Tamil Nadu government, the Pollution Control Board, to specify how the leak took place in the first place, and then provide measures with regard to a mitigation plan from the company itself. We are told that CPCL is yet to respond to the Tamil Nadu Pollution Control Board's notice. But I spoke to the state's Environment Secretary Supriya Sahu on the ongoing cleanup and all that it will entail. Let's listen into a slice of that conversation.
3 big, large boomers have already been deployed, which are stopping the floating oil from spreading. And then when you contain the oil, you have oil skimmers and you have other machinery which is actually taking out the oil. We have removed more than 40 tons of the oil-laden sludge, and we have removed about 20 tons of oil. The Pollution Control Board has issued certain directions to CPCL, asking them to submit, the reasons that how this leak has happened. The technical committee has visited. They have given their interim report, but we are awaiting the response of CPCL. Also, we have asked them to give us a mitigation plan.
Well, that is an ecologically sensitive area dealing with the implications of that oil spill on account of the cyclone that had impacted Tamil Nadu. With that, it is time for us to wrap up this edition of Business 360. Thanks very much for watching. Do stay tuned to CNBC-TV18. The news continues right after this break.